Okay, guys, so an intermediate advanced class. So some of the exercises are going to start pushing them a little bit further, and I'm going to be doing some antenatal variants as well in there, so keep an ear out for those. Relax your arms down by your sides. Let's draw those shoulders back and down, so really widening through those collarbones. I'm going to soften the rib cage down straight away. So that little bit of a soften rib cage down towards your pubic bone. You're going to squeeze those inner thighs together as those heels are touching, and then roll into a slight backwards tilt of your pelvis. So really just enough to get those glutes engaged. Okay, so just enough to get those glutes engaged. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Draw the chin up in towards the chest. So you're getting that little bit of an ugly quarter chin that's starting to kick in. And I'm just going to start by floating the hands up to our dumbwaiter start position. So engage the center as you breathe out and open the arms. Breathe in to bring them back to that start position. We're going to gently start going through that nice, easy motion to begin with. Breathing out to open and breathing in to close. Now, if you can try to keep those collarbones beautifully wide, when you get those thumbs as far apart as you can, you might feel a little bit of a pinch through the back of the shoulder, gliding those shoulder blades down the spine. That's fine. We want that. Breathing out, let's just stretch those arms out, turning the palms to the back of the room for our Cleopatra, before we turn the palms back up and start again. Same breath pattern, breathing out to stretch away and breathing in to come in. Now, once those arms are reaching, your body is going to want to kind of shrug those shoulders up to the ears to do that movement. Now, what you've got to do is really pay attention to, as you open, you're kind of dropping the shoulders down at the same time. So your hands are coming up, but the shoulders are coming down. Two more. Breathing out to open and breathing in to close. Last one, but keep the hands out there. Turn the palms just to the floor, straighten out the elbows, and then just soften them off just an inch. Again, engaging the center and starting to do some very small shoulder circles. So I'm going to really give a very specific warm-up for the arms today. Again, like I said, we've got some advanced exercises. Reverse that circle, please. So I really want those arms and then also those hips to be very warm in order for us to get into those positions. Fantastic. Now turn the palms to face front. Draw those hands back into shoulder height, and we'll open up to our capital Y stretch, finding that stretch point through the front of that chest, and then breathing in to bring it back in again. Breathing out to open and breathing in to close. Two more at that breath, and then we're just going to change that breath pattern to help get a bit more stretch. So this time, just rest there for a minute, pull those shoulders back and down. This time we're going to breathe in to open and breathe out to close. And what that's going to do is going to allow us to really breathe in, lift the chest, get an extra stretch to the front of that chest before we breathe out and just kind of rest back to that start position. Keeping the center engaged, breathing in and breathing out. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to go for our bow and arrow. So pull back with one arm, finding the stretch through the front of the chest and breathing in to release. Breathing out to pull back and breathing in to start again. So we're just getting that lovely twist through the torso. We're keeping those hips pointing forward. So you can look to the place that you're turning as well. Just encourages your breastbone to turn a little bit further if your head is going that direction as well. Let's do two more. Breathing out and breathing in, and you should really feel your shoulders and your arms as you lower them down. You know, they already feel like they've worked a little bit. Okay, turn the toes out and turn the heels out as well. We're going to bring our hands up onto our hips just so we can relax those arms down really. Float both heels just up off the floor and go in for a little toy soldier leg, starting with a nice little bounce as you go through. So we're going hip distance apart with those feet, but I really want this toy soldier to go straight up and straight down rather than kind of rocking from side to side. So let's really focus on keeping the hips lovely and narrow, pubic bone pointing forward. Squeeze those sit bones together a little bit and just really lift that pelvic floor. So the last couple here, so you're just doing your imagining you need a wee and using those muscles just to help stabilize that very base of your pelvis. And we'll go for 3, 2, 1, and just keep one foot up now, just with the toes still in contact with the floor. Go for a couple of little ankle rolls, do a couple of circles, reverse it. Fantastic, guys, good. Foot down, let's go to the other side, again, just a couple of circles. We're going to be doing a little bit of balance work straight in, so we're really going to warm up those feet to begin with. Fantastic, and then put both feet down, and then very, very, just really relaxed, okay, you're going to look at your feet, and we're going to drop the arches of those feet in, so flatten those inner arches, and then slowly, we're going to roll those feet out. So now you're kind of balancing on the outer border of those feet, rolling it in, and rolling it out. So I really want to warm up all those toes this morning. So stretch the toes. Okay, let's get all those feet really, really wide as you're rolling in and out. Okay, roll it in, keep it there. So you're pressing through the inner border of that foot. Now very slowly, and again, you can look if you want to. We're going to peel that inner arch up, and then we're going to stop when the ball of the big toe starts to lift as well. So you've got a really big high arch, but the ball of your big toe still firmly pressed into the floor. And then with that, just do a small rock of the weight forward and a small rock of the weight backwards. And we're going to again try to keep that nice high arch. So we're doing a little slower start, but I really want everything to be warm. So rolling forward, rolling the weight back, but keeping the arch lovely and high. 2 more of those. Just get lovely and tall for the rest of the body. Rolling in, rolling out, and we're going to go onto the hardest surface you've got. So if you've got a really squidgy mat, just stand on the carpet or the hard floor, just because we do some 1 foot work. So starting off, arm position, float the hands up to shoulder height, and then bend the elbows up to 90 degrees. So our stretch of our upper body is going to be the open book arms, either bringing the hands back just in front of the shoulders or all the way together. That's a little bit harder. So we'll start just in front. Now we're going to rock the weight across onto 1 foot. And we're going to gently peel the other foot up to a single leg tabletop. So initially, just hold that lovely high leg. Breathe out to open and breathe in to bring the hands back. And then if you're feeling okay, straighten that leg out in front of you and then bend it back as you breathe in. So we're breathing out to stretch and open those arms and breathing in to come back. And we'll go for 2 and 1. Now bring the hands back and just gently switch those legs over. Breathe in to prepare, set the center, and breathe out for 4. Breathe in. 3. Breathe in. 2. 1, and just rest down. Okay, fantastic. That's where you can just stay if you want to. Let's bring the hands back up. If you want to make it a little bit harder, we're going to change our foot position. So bring the leg up. Okay, you can do this stretch and straighten with your toe just on the floor if you want to, but everybody else, we're going to breathe out to open, flex the ankle, then bring it back. Point the toe down. Breathing out, flex the ankle, breathe in to bring it back. Good. Point the toe. Straighten, flex the ankle, all the way in. 2 more. Pointy toe out, breathing out. Flex the ankle, breathing in. Last one, pointy toe. Relax the shoulders. Still feel the stretch in the front of that chest. Lower the foot. Switch it over. Pointy toe. Breath in. Breath out. Flex. In we come. 4. 3. Point the toe out. Flex the ankle back. 2 and 1. In and rest down. Fantastic. Okay, good. Good. Starting off those feet. So you're now going to go into hands on hips, roll the shoulders back. So one-legged work again. Float both heels off the floor. We're going to rock the weight across onto 1 foot. So we've got 90% of the weight on 1 foot, and only about 10% on the other. And we're going to lower the weight down through the side where all the weight is. So most of the weight dropping through. 50-50, back, weight on the floor. Both heels up. Same leg, rock the weight across, lower the heel down. Okay, good. If that's comfortable, to the other side. Lift, rock the weight across, weight to the floor. Good. So this one, you're keeping the other foot just on the floor, just to help that balance. Now, let's make it a little bit harder if you want to. So all the way up. You're going to rock the weight across, and then you're going to lift the other foot off the floor, she says, and then slowly lower that foot down. Good. So we're going to lift, rock the weight across, take the other foot off the floor, and then slowly lower the heel down. Good. 2 to the other side. Lift, rock the weight across, lift, slowly lower the heel. That's the key thing. I think it's really easy just to pop that foot down, rock the weight across, lift the foot up, slowly lower down. Good. Okay, 2 more to the other side. Same again. We're just really trying to hold the top when that foot's lifted, hold it there for a split second, then lower. So just kind of make your body know you're in control, not gravity. Gravity can do one this morning. We're in control of our feet. Slowly lower. Good. 2 to the other side. Really nice, guys. Really try to get that calf working. And do you know what? It's the calf, but the balance is coming from the glutes, from the pelvis, from the tummy muscles. Let's get lovely and tall. Lift the heel. Hold it if you can. Lower it down. Okay, good. Back to the original side. Keep the heel on the floor. Lift the other foot just up. Now, the higher you take the foot, the more brave you're feeling. Your hands can do whatever you want to. It's probably easy to start with hands on hips, sit locked out the upper body. 5 heel raises on this side. So find that point in front of you, maybe not even me now, and then float the weight up, and then float the weight down. 4 more. Lift and lower. Now try to hold the top if you can. Lift, hold, lower. 2 more. Lift, hold, lower. Get tall, pull the shoulders back. Lift, hold, lower. Nice. 5 on the other side. Get the feet just in a really good position before you begin. Get lovely and tall before you begin. Breathe in, breathe out if you want to. 5 calf raises, up and down. 4, 3, and again, don't worry about the pace that I'm doing it. You can do a couple extra if you're faster than me. You can do a couple less if you're a bit slower than me. And the last one, again, try and hold the top for a split second before we lower. Gorgeous. Okay, fantastic. Get back on your squidginess. Go to the length. Step forward, step back, lift the back heel in the air, and then just stretch out that calf. So we're going to push that heel down behind us. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take that back heel outwards an inch or so. Nice. A slightly different stretch. 3, 2, 1. Lift it again. Get that foot back in the straight line. Push the heel down. And then just soften that back knee. So it's locked. And then it's just softening that back knee. So it's nothing too dramatic. It's not a balance exercise, so you can hold on to something if you need to. But try to push the heel to the floor and the back knee in. You should get a nice stretch through the back of that calf. 3, 2, 1. And then just go straight in to the other side. So back heel down. Hold the stretch. Turn that back heel out, just an inch or so. A few seconds there. And again, lift, get the foot back in a straight line, push the heel down, and then just soften off that back knee. And again, it's not a balance exercise. So you can have your hands in front of you, whatever, just a little stretch through the back of that calf. Very nice as well. Okay. Stepping it in. Right, we're going to go to the floor. We're going to have a little go at doing a few things, stretching out, starting off on those shoulders. So let's bring our feet hip distance apart, back at the length of our mat. Roll the shoulders back and down and do a little roll down to the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Go all the way down. Lovely. Take a breath in. And this time, breathe out all the way back up to standing. Pull the shoulders back. Breath in again. Breathe out all the way down. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out all the way back up again. Good. Next one, to the floor, breath in. Breathe out all the way down. Breath in, hold. And then breathe out, bend the knees, get your hands flat. Walk yourself forward and relax the toes. Right, we're going to lift that lower rib cage up and engage the centre. Draw the shoulders back and down. We're going to take the hand out, just half the hand position, and just forward half the hand position. We're going to go downward dog. So again, just take your time, okay, especially if you're antenatal in the class. Tuck your toes under. Let's get as much kind of ball of the foot on the floor as you can. And then keeping the back of the neck in line, we'll go for a couple of up and downs. Breath in to prepare. Breathe out to straighten the knees, lift the bottom, and drop the chest. And we're going to just press down through those back heels. So a little bit of a theme going on now with those calves and those ankles. And then just gently lower down again on the next breath or as you feel comfortable. So do 2 more of those, just kind of find your middle ground, make sure you're happy. Breathe in this time. Definitely breathe out through the movement. Breathe in to hold that stretch. And then breathe out to go all the way back down to the floor. And then go for 1 more of those. If you need to, you can just do some knee hovers instead. Okay, just do some knee hovers instead. Let's go for some stretches then. If you're okay at that, let's go up into that downward dog. Breathing out to get there. Now we do some toy soldiers. So again, bending one knee, pressing the other heel down to find that beautiful calf stretch, and then switch it over. I'm going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Get the chest low. 3, 2, 1, and then press both heels down before you lower those knees all the way back down again. Good. Lift those shoulders. If that's too much, you can do some bum flicks in that knee hover. Let's go for 1 more round of that. Breathe in, set the center. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to hold and start that toy soldier. Now keep the breath just going naturally. Okay, don't force the breath on these ones. But I do want you to try to keep your bum nice and high and your chest nice and low as you go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then again both heels pressing down before you lower yourself all the way back down. Relax the toes. We're going to go thread the needle. So bring those hands back in again. Now we want to keep the bum over your knees on this one. Level 1, thread the needle. Take one hand off the floor, tuck it and thread it under the other armpit. Bend that elbow so you can get that long reach close to the floor. And then breathe in, just to return that hand back down again, other side. Breathing out and breathing in. Now again, I want to keep your weight forward. So almost try to get your shoulder to touch the opposite wrist. You don't want the hand coming down here, don't be sitting back too far. So really trying to work through that stretch, getting the shoulder almost to the opposite wrist. You're breathing out to thread, and breathing in to return. And every time you come back to that middle position, you really lift the chest, like you're starting again. So dropping the chest, and then really lift the chest and the back of the neck as well. Okay, 3 more. Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out and breathing in. Last one. Breathing out and breathing in. And take your hands forward, a whole hand position. Rock the weight forward, and we're going to go for some press up, so a level 2. You can go level 1 if you want to, and keep just very square where we started our hands. Everybody who wants to go level 2, we're going to bend the elbows wide away from each other, getting the belly button and the breastbone down together, and then push up together as well. Let's keep those feet on the floor, we're not Jane Fonda. Breathing out on the way down, and breathing in on the way up. That's not to say that Jane Fonda isn't amazing, obviously. Breathing out on the way down and breathing in on the way up. Let's keep on going. So if you want to make it easier, you rock the weight forward and back, kind of in between each repetition. If you need it much easier, just go to our level 1, keeping your bottom stuck in the air. Everybody else should be keeping those shoulders over the wrists and not kind of rocking back in between. Let's go for 2 more, breathing out on the way down and breathing in on the way up. Pushing equally through those hands, especially on the way up, and have a quick child pose, stretch back. Fantastic, guys. Okay, we go back to thread the needle. All right, we're going to go to level 2, and I'm going to put an additional extra in there if you want to make it harder. So level 2, you thread underneath as before, but you bring your hand up to the shoulder, drive your elbow and your gaze up to the ceiling. That's level 2, okay? Whichever hand you're doing, slide the opposite leg away. Keep your foot on the floor if you're antenatal. Everybody else can try the lift if they want to. Same exercise. Thread underneath. Lift up to the ceiling. And you're just trying to keep that leg as still as you can. It won't be very easy, okay, but your aim is to just not have it completely flip-flapping around. Let's go for 5. Breathing out to thread, breathing in to reach. Last one, number 5, down and up, and then hand goes down, knee comes in. Reset. Straighten out the other leg. Again, toe on the floor if you're antenatal. Breathing in to prepare, breathing out to thread, and breathing in to do your reach. So again, we're trying to get that nice diagonal strength through the back, through the torso. You don't have to bring that leg up if you don't want to. Yeah, you can just go for the level 2, thread the needle without that destabilizing leg. Either way, 1 more. Slow breathing out, breathing in, and hand down, foot down. Fantastic, guys. Just tuck your toes under and just sit back. I want to get a quick toe stretch. Roll those shoulders back and down. We're going to completely give the arms a rest off for the next couple of exercises because we're going to go high knee later on. So, if you're pregnant, get yourself on your ball, please. If you are not pregnant, lay on your back. Everybody, though, needs to have their ball available to them. Okay, we're going to start off 1 leg stretch. So, everybody, no matter what position you're in, you're going to take the ball and pop it under 1 foot. So that's going to go under 1 foot. Fantastic, good. You can have your head on a pillow or a block if you want to, just for comfort to begin with. And we're going to start off with a 1 leg stretch level 2. Now, normally this is quite easy, but relax the arms down by the side, pull those shoulders back and down, and float the other leg up to tabletop. I'll give you the variation in a minute if you're seated. So what we normally do for level 2 is stretch the leg and bring it back nice and easy. This time, as you stretch that leg, you're going to press that ball down, really squash the ball, get those hamstrings kicking, and then release the tension on the ball as you bring that knee back just to tabletop, not too far in. So we're going to breathe out to stretch and squeeze, breathe in to release, bring it back. 6 on that side, then switch over. If you're seated, it's basically the same movement. So we're going to be as tall as you can. You're going to squeeze that ball into the floor, but this time with the same leg, you're going to roll it away. So we're going to squeeze and roll, release when it comes back. Squeeze it down, roll the ball away, bring it in, and relax. Just trying to keep everything as long and as tall as you can. 6 on each side, both exercises. 6 on each side, please. I just want you to feel the back of that hamstring, really working and squeezing. Really working and squeezing. And then when you've finished, the 6th on the second side, Bring that ball back under the original foot. Now I think my ball's a little bit flat for the next exercise, but it will work. But it just might be that you should just play with the tension in your ball just a little bit. So the next exercise, the same start position, but this time, as you straighten one leg away, when you bring it in, you roll the other leg away. So we're doing these two opposing movements. One straightens, one bends. Breathing in, breathing out. And it's just getting a little bit of coordination. But you've got to try to keep on that ball if you can. You reset it every now and again, but just try and keep everything in a lovely straight line. When you've done about 6, rest the second leg down, switch the ball over, and start again. So you'll really get that nice little bit of coordination on the go. If you're on the ball and want to take it a little bit further as well, you can do the same thing. We can roll away with one leg. And then when it comes in, just do a little leg reach. Pop it down and then reach it away. Roll it in and then float the other leg up. You go left, right, and you've just got to maintain this lovely tall torso and not fall off that ball. Good. Loving this one, loving this one. It's a little bit like what you do on a reformer, those of you who do some reformer stuff. You know, one leg in the strap, one leg on the block. Okay, when you've gone 6 on each side, the ball now comes underneath your bottom. So no rush, no rush. But again, shoulder bridge, squeeze the glutes, lift your hips off the floor. Pop the ball underneath your sacrum. Rest there for a second. Again, and when you're ready, pull the shoulders back and down. Set the center around your neutral. It's going to ages getting you there. You should know where that is now. And go into double, unless you want to stay single, double leg tabletop. We're going to go to one leg stretch level 3. Simple, arms rested down by the sides. If you want to make it harder, you can just float them off the floor. One leg at a time, breathing out to stretch, breathing in to come back. And again, that ball is there, completely stabilizing you. If you can get your hands off the floor, you should get lots of shake, lots of wobble. You can still take hands off the floor if you want to go for level 2. Yeah? Still going to be very difficult. We're destabilizing through that bottom. Okay. If you are seated, keep on going if you're not. If you're seated, we can take the ball away from the equation completely, and we're going to do some toe taps. So you're going to slide one leg away, you're going to lift, you're going to tap before you bring it back in again. So you're sliding away, alternating sides, lift, tap, and bring it in again. And again, as you do that leg lift, don't drop into that pelvic position. Going side to side. Everybody keep on going. Let's make it a little bit endurance. Just towards the end of our laying on our back exercises, breathing in and breathing out. If you want to take it further, hold that movement for a breath in. Quick switch the legs over on the breath out and hold for a breath in. And again, hands away, breathing out to move, breathing in to hold, breathing out to move, breathing in to hold. And we're going to go for 30 more seconds. Just working on keeping that torso engaged. Draw the belly button right down towards the spine. Lift that pelvic floor up. Shoulders away from ears. Lengthen the arms. And just enjoy that balance, that feeling of having to work quite hard because you're just going to fall off if not. And really straighten the leg, you know. Reach, reach, reach that toe. Last one. And then hug your knees into your chest if you're laying on your back, or just slouch yourself down if you're seated. Just enjoy a quick little stretch. We're going to do one last thing here, laying on our back. Ball between the knees now. And again, if you're seated, you're going to go to standing, because we're all just going to work on spinal mobility, just getting our spines nice and mobile. So we're going to start off with a shoulder bridge, feet hip distance apart. You're going to roll up into that shoulder bridge. You're going to go straight into level 2, where you stretch one leg away, keeping the hips level, foot down, stretch up the other side, foot down, and then roll down in between. We're going to really work that center. Keep on going. If you're standing, we're going to work on that cat stretch stand. So you roll down halfway, bend the knees, lift the chest and arch the back before you roll up again to stand and start again. So it's roll down, straighten the back, curve up, stand up. And keep on moving through that. If we are in our shoulder bridge, we're going to encourage some knee squeezes now. So at the top of the next level 2, let's get that together. Straighten one leg out. 5 knee squeezes, keeping the hips level. 3, 2, 1. Switch those legs over. Knee squeezes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, hips are level. Roll back down again. Same again. So you're rolling up, stretching a leg, squeezing the knees together, thighs together 5 times, keeping the hips level, and then going to the other side before you go to the floor. If you want to make it harder, let's go for some arm lifts as well. Just get the hands completely away. If you are standing, you can do the same thing. Get the ball back in between the knees. When you go into your stretch, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then roll up to stand. And just working through nice and gently. So everybody's mobilizing the spine, squeezing those knees together. If you need to, hug your knees into chest for a quick rest stop. Everyone else trying to keep going. If you want to do the knee squeezes but keep both feet on the floor, that's also fine. We're just working a bit more into endurance, so whatever level you're doing, let's go through a couple more repetitions. So either feet on the floor or one leg up stretched. Either way, keep those hips up, keep those hips level, and in between have this tallest of spines. And when you finish that, get rid of the ball, roll yourself onto your side, and come up to a high knee. So everybody, high knee. So again, if you've been standing, gently bring yourself back down to the floor, slowly, slowly, and come up to a high knee. Good. So we're going to do 3 things in this high knee position. All of these things can be done laying on your side. So if you don't want to be in the high knee position, just do side lying instead. Okay. Pull the shoulders back and down, rotate the wrists. We've already been on the wrists, so they should be warm enough, but just be kind to them. If you need a rest in between, just do so. Straight in, wherever the knees are, you're going to get your arm and hand out into that same alignment and straighten out the other leg. So foot, knee, and hand in that lovely alignment now. Okay, fantastic. Top hand on top hip, pull that shoulder back and down. Bottom hip, push it forward. Nice. Starting off, 10 leg lifts. So a little bit easier, I should say, to start off with. Remember, you can do this laying on your side if you don't want to be up in the high knee. Just lay down. Just simply lay down in between 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now keep the foot rested on the floor, or if you want to make it harder, lift the leg up to hip height. 10 side kicks. Stretch the leg forward, stretch the leg backwards. You've got to keep that leg straight. So if you want to, you can just kind of do the dragging along the floor, that's fine. But try to keep that leg up if you can. And again, if you're laying on your side, you're just doing a side kick level 2. Okay, I think I miscounted. 3, 2, keep the knee straight, lift the chest, 1, and then we're just going to tuck the knee in and just gently sit ourselves down. Good, straight into the second side. Up to high kneel, hip distance apart, hand out, leg out, hand on hip. Again, we're turning the chest and that bottom hip, we're pushing it forward. Engage the center. You know, I shouldn't have to obviously keep on reminding always, but we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, shoulders back, 6, 5, back of the neck long, 3, 2, 1, and again, keeping the leg up if we can, 10, and back, 9, and back, 8, 7, 6, lovely guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then tuck the knee in and just sit yourself back. Fantastic, that's really well done. Roll the shoulders back. Just have a little rest there, however you feel comfortable. Let's do a little head roll. Often that head takes quite a lot, so just really gently, don't get dizzy. Do some turns. Okay, we've got one more exercise to do here on our high kneel position. This one you can't do sideline, but again, just go for the knee version, the knee part of it. If you don't want to be up in the high kneel, just do the knee part. We're going to come up to the high kneel, take those knees back hip distance apart. We're basically going to do an oblique prep. So think it's shoulder, which rolls across to the opposite hip and then straightens out again. Yeah, we're doing it in the high kneel position. So let's go side hand down, leg out. Hand now comes up behind our head, just for that, again, that stability. So slightly easier, foot stays here, rested on the floor. Slightly harder, foot lifts and stays up there. Everybody wants to go all the way. You're going to tuck the knee in as well. So curl the body, curl it across, tuck the knee in, and then stretch and straighten out. Beautiful, that looks good. Breathe in to curl and breathe out to open. Fantastic. 3, breathe out, set the center. 4, push the bottom hip forward. That's the bit that's going to be lazy. 5, push the bottom hip forward. 6, push the bottom hip forward. Good. 7, let's go for 10, guys. Come on. Again, you can put the foot down at any point if you need to and just work through that curve. But last one, big stretch after that. Hand down, knee down. No rest for the wicked. Straight into that second side. Get the knees set. Pull those shoulders back and down. Hand down. Leg out. Hand behind the head. Stabilize just for the neck, really, guys. Bottom hip, it's got to come really forward in between each repetition. Lift the leg if you're going for it. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe in to squeeze and breathe it out to open. My bad. Breathe in to close. Breathe out to open. Breathe in to close. Breathe out to open. Now the breath out to open is so you can really tuck the ribs down. So breathe in, breathe out, rather than arching the back, tuck the ribs down. Good, fantastic. 4, 3, just be as long and as tall as you can. 2, and 1. And knees down, sink down, rest down. Fantastic, guys. Well done. Okay, we're going to take it down a little level, but I want the bands involved now. Okay, bands involved. So you're going to have 2 if you're laying on your front. If you're going to be in 4-point kneel, if you're pregnant, you may need just the 1. Okay. So find your heaviest band. You're going to pop that around your feet. Heaviest band around your feet. Everybody can do that. If you're pregnant, you are going to go in 4-point kneel. If you are not pregnant, you are going to get your blocks in front of you. Take your lightest band to the side of you, and you're going to lay down on your front. So we're going to start off with just some leg lifters, swimming, either level 1 or level 4 if you're up in 4.0. So with the band the heaviest, relax the head, set the centre, roll the pelvic tilt just backwards, so you're tucking that tailbone in, and then just stretch the band. So you're just pulling your legs apart just a little bit. So we're going to start off by breathing out, really tensing one side, and then stretching the leg up and away. It's a little bit of pull outwards, pulling up and out, and then down. Don't lose the tension on the band. Breathing out to lift the other leg, and then as you lower the leg, don't lose that tension. We're going to keep on alternating sides. It should be difficult and small. If you are on 4.0, you're going to go for the same thing. We're going to go up, just doing like a heel flick, and then down. But I really want to become pulling that band outwards at the same time. So you're breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower, and we're going to alternate sides. The band shouldn't roll because you pulled it apart. That's going to be the key thing. So pulling that leg, pulling those feet apart. Should be nice. Shouldn't be too much on the pubic bone. So just be aware, nothing on the pubic bone there. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower, whatever leg position that you are doing. Keep on going if you're in 4.0. If you are laying on your front, take your loose band. We're really going to start pushing it now, and pop this around your wrists. Yeah, you know where this is going. We're going to get those lovely arms outstretched in front of us. Yeah. Maybe if you've got shoulder issues at the moment, just take the band away. Drop the head back down onto your block. Shoulders pull back and down. Keep the tension on the legs. We're just lifting though, one arm lift and lower. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. We're going to alternate sides. And again, we're just trying to keep that lovely tension on the band. So as you lift and lower, you're kind of not pulling it too far away, but we're not letting it ping in. We want to always keep that tension through the band. Now, if you're in 4.0, you can put the band around your wrists, just to give those arms a bit more of a welly. But to start off with, let's just work on those hamstrings and hips. But if you're laying on your front, I'm sure you can guess what I'm going to make you do next. Arms and legs at the same time. So one arm, opposite leg. As you breathe out, really create the tension through those bands and breathe into lower. Breathe out, pulling, reaching the fingers and toes away. Do not forget that my obsession with reaching the fingers and legs away. So it's not just this pure lift. It is about this long-legged reach. Pull the shoulders down your back, but reach the arm away. Reach the toe away. Keep on going. If you're in 4.0 and want to take it a little bit further, it's a one knee, one bum flick, and the other arm's going to be just a half extension, because you're never going to get all the way with that loop band. Breathing out and breathing in. Good. We're going to do 3 more. Everyone's going to do 3 more. And then everybody's going to come to 4.0. So when you've done your third one, everybody come up to 4.0. And when you're there, you've still got the band around your ankles, the heavy one. You've still got the band around your wrists, the light one. So we're going to lift the chest, that lower part of the ribcage is going to come up. We're going to lengthen through the back of the neck. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to take the hands out wide. And then in. Just against the tension of the back. Breathing out, taking the hand wide. Breathing it in. Bring it back. So lovely and square through the whole body. Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out and breathing in. And the body's not allowed to move. It's just the arm coming out and just the arm coming in. Fantastic. If that's okay, arm out in front, halfway, half a circle, in it comes. Well done. So stretch out, half a circle, in it comes. Breathing out, breathing in. Good, keep on going. Just 2 more to each side. So count yourself down to 4. Lovely openers. Just really working through the back of the shoulder. Now lift the chest, guys. Last 2. Engage the pelvic floor through the last 2. And then just gently take the hands together to loosen that band off. Bring the knees together to just loosen the band around your feet. And then we're going to come to a seated position. Well done, guys. Whew. Okay, if you've got tight hips today, I'm feeling a bit tight. I'm going to sit on my block. You can do this on a chair. You can do this on a Swiss ball. We're just going to go for a stretcher. Okay, 2 things to stretch us out. So we're starting off with a spine twist. We're going to go prayer hands today. So palms together. You're going to get your thumbs, and they're going to kind of be glued to your breastbone. They're not going to lose their connection with your breastbone now. Pull the shoulders back and down again. If you're feeling uncomfortable in the legs, just sit in your dining room chair, get on your sofa. Breathe in, get a little bit taller, and breathe out, turn the chest. So you're going to always use your hands to try to push and get you a little bit further, and breathe in to bring it back again. So breathing out to turn, and breathing in to bring it back. Now as you breathe out, draw that pelvic floor up. So think about the back passage muscle now. So I squeeze that back passage muscle as you breathe out, and then let it rest as you breathe in. Squeeze that back passage as you breathe out, and breathe in. Let's go for 2 more. Breathing out, and breathing in. And in, and rest, spine stretch. Let me go side on to show you that better position. Hands are going to go out in front of you now. Really make sure that you're even pressure through those hips. Chin comes to the chest. We're going to reach forward with the arms, keeping them parallel with the floor. Just round the upper back. I want the lower back to remain flat. So as you peel yourself up now, the pressure shouldn't change on your sit bones. So think about the pressure in your sit bones. Drop the chin down to the chest. Reach forward. Don't change the pressure in your sit bones. And then gently peel yourself up. Let's go for a breath in to hold. Breathe out to stretch. Breathe in to hold. Open the back of the chest. And then breathe out to straighten up again. Last one, slightly easy. Breathe out to roll. Stretch. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out to restack. Now breathe in. Lift the arms. Lift the chest. Breathe out. Straight into the stretch. Good. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out to restack, then breathe in. Really lift the chest, almost arch the upper back slightly. 2 more, breathe out, reach. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out to restack, and breathe in, hands to the ceiling. Last one, roll forward, chin to the chest. Breathe in, hold. Restack the vertebrae, lift the head, then lastly, lift that arm, lift that chest. Circle the arms down. Take the block away from the bottom if it's there. Now I know I'm getting you back down to the floor again, but I really want to do some arm openers today, because again, we've just done lots on that position. So get the block, get the ball, tuck it under the head, and let's go for crocodile arms. So knees bent. So I know I've taken you back to the floor, but I just really could use this today really as a cool down. Okay, 4 at level 1. Lift the hand, turn the chest, open up, breathe in to hold, increase that stretch, breathe out to bring it back. Breathe in, reset, top shoulders down the way. Breathe out, press the knees into the floor, breathe in, hold. Breathe up, come back, lengthen that top hip away, breathe in. 2 more, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, lift the chest up to the ceiling. Breathe out, bring it back. Again, really, shoulders away from ears. Breathe out, move. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, come back. Level 2, slightly bigger range now. Lift the hand, it's going to go around. You're going to draw this huge circle with your hand. Turn the chest as you come up to the ceiling. Sweep the hand past your hip and then roll the hand back to the front, straight into number 2. Going to breathe in to open the chest up to the ceiling. And breathe out to come back to that start position. 2 more. Look at the hand. Breathe it. Really turn the chest. Breathe out. I almost put your hand in your breastbone. Imagine you've got a little string in between your fingers, holding a string on your breastbone. Let's go one flock. Breathe in. Knees to the floor. It's only the upper back that's moving. And rest. Hand in front. Slowly push yourself up. Take the flock. Other side. 4 at level 1. So when you're ready, knees stacked, hip long, set center, stacked hands, shoulders pulled back. Breathe out to open and breathe in to close. Breathe out to open. Let's go. Breathe in, hold, lift the chest. Just like changing the breath, just make it a little bit more stretchy. Breathe out to move. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out to come back. Last one. Just move. Treat it as that cool down. Just enjoy the stretch. Level 2. Circle the arm. Breathe in. Sweep the arm over the hip. Breathe out. Breathe in. Turn the chest up to the ceiling. And then turn the chest back to face that bottom hand. Nice turn. And back. Good, guys. Last one. Big stretch, big stretch. Turn and done. Hands down. Push up. Okay, 4-point kneel. Lovely, guys. Well done. Tuck the toes under. Walk the hands back. We're going to just tuck ourselves in and go straight into standing. And then breathe out to restack. Really squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward, 1 vertebra at a time, shoulders up, head up last, chin in, come into that middle ground. Lovely. Ready for our final part of our cool down. We're going to do 1 stretch through the hamstrings. We did quite a lot there when we did those leg works. So just take a little pigeon step forward, bend the back knee, and then just sit back. So we want to straight back. If we can, I like to do a forwards tilt of the pelvis, lifting the tailbone in the air. So you get a lovely stretch through the back of the hamstring. Keep the front foot down. Try and drive the hips a bit further back again. Good. Breathe in, hold. And then gently come up. Switch the legs over. Sinking through the back knee. Sinking back into that stretch. Again, if you can, lift the tailbone up. Relax the shoulders. Keep the chest kind of forward. Don't let it roll down. Lift the chest up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push the hips a little bit further back again. Hold it. And then gently come up. Fantastic. Okay, guys. I really want to get those oblique line cooled down. So we're from mermaid. Feet hip distance apart, shoulders rolled back and down. Soften the knees and really leisurely flop into that side and then reach up for that mermaid. Beautiful. Breathe in. Just reach the arm. Keep everything else floppy and then just stand up. Really make this a really floppy mermaid. Soft the knees. Slouch into that side. Oh, lovely. And then reach up. The reach has got to be strong, breathing in. But the stand up again, make it floppy. Nice. 1 more. Soften the knees. Stretch. Good. Reach. 3 circles now. And again, just make it like a ragdoll. Really floppy. Don't even try to stretch too much. Let's just go for some lovely range. Again, nothing's really harsh. Nice flop, stand up. Into that second side. Really floppy. 3 more. 3, 2, and really floppy. 1. Reach up, stand up. Interlace the fingers, palms down, chest down, roll forward. Look forward, lift the head, lift the breath, lift the chest to the ceiling. Circle, 2 more, drop it down. Again, let your bum drop back, let's really make this a big one now, and then squeeze the glutes as you lift the chest, push the pubic bone forward, roll down. 1 more. With a breath, breathe out, float the hands. Breathe in, look at the ceiling, breathe out, circle, fantastic. Okay, 2 shoulder rolls, 1 and 2. 2 full arm circles, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Hand on hips, relax the shoulders, just turn the head. Turn the head again, breathe in, hold, pull the other shoulder back, breathe out, turn. Breathe in, pull the other arm back, 2 more, breathe out, turn. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, turn. Breathe in, hold, look down. Okay, check the feet. If the arch is up, squeeze the glutes, engage the center, lift the pelvic floor, relax the shoulders, pull those shoulders back quite a bit. Now focus on the neck, 7 vertebrae in your neck. Let's restep, 1 at a time, all those 7, focus. Look, gaze comes ahead, and then the chin comes just in. Engage that center, breathe in. Slow, calm, relaxed breath out. Relax the arms, 1 more breath in. Breath out. Well done, guys. Fantastic.